Hola, muy buenas. Comenzamos un nuevo directo de Dragon Age. Vamos a continuar la historia de Pachacha. Y bueno, desearos feliz año nuevo. Espero que lo hayáis pasado genial Nochevieja y que la resaca sea llevadera. Vamos a ver por dónde dejamos la historia de nuestra enana Pachacha. Ay, aquí está. Está un poco. Están un falla. Bueno. Vamos a explorar el mapa antes de irnos a otra ciudad. Al risco rojo, que es donde quiero ir. Oh, rayo élfica. Cógelo nomás. Vamos a ver. Arco largo para venderlo. Ojo. ¿Sí? ¿Soy su hijo? No, ha salido ahora mismo. Pero vamos, que si lo llama dentro de un ratillo. Un momento. Un momento. Ya estoy. 957. Sí. Sí. 37. Vale. Que 957 60 40 37 70. Perfecto. Ya. 37. Muy bien. Pues nada. Pues feliz año. Ya aprovecho para decírtelo. Venga. Luego. Ahí es sentir la mamada con toda la fuerza. ¡Gaby! Vamos a explorar el mapita, ¿no? A ver qué me dan. Vamos, pachacha. Hostia. Ojo. Ajá. ¿Cómo se jugaba esto, loco? ¡Ataca! Corra, corra. ¡Oye! ¡Eh! ¡Hostia! Vamos ahí con el primer craseo, loco. Hostia. Qué desastre. Eh, Ay, Dios. Ay, Dios mío. Craseito. Auri, no lo he puesto. ¿Me puedes decir cómo era? Vamos a intentar solucionar eso. Y ahora sigo jugando. Desde el administrador de tareas, ¿no? ¡Eh! Esto no. Oh, chiquillo, qué desastre. Creo que siempre pasa algo. Sí lo es, pasa. Administración de tareas en el juego abierto. Pues vamos a abrir otra vez Dragon Age Origin. Qué bien cómo me gusta este juego. En detalle, busca el juego. Aquí está, le da secundario. Y establecer afinidad. Afíname esta. ¡Hostia! ¿Y qué? ¿Y le pongo un núcleo nada más? ¿Abrí? ¡Abrí! 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 Que deja uno, supongo. A ver si no me revienta esto. Bueno, pues ya estamos aquí otra vez. Vamos a reanudar la partida. A ver dónde está Carmona. Pues ya estaría. Y... Pues ya lo estoy notando. Esto va más fluido. Es mentira. Te tengo de fondo mientras granjeo ahí. Morrigan no, por favor. Bueno, primero armas de hielo. Armas de hielo he dicho, joder. Así que habla que te oiga. Vale, Auri, tranquila. Tranquila, joder, tranquila. Oh, craseito. ¿Y yo qué está pasando, tío? ¿En serio? Me cago en Dios. Me cago en la puti. Me cago en la putilla. Coño, qué cabrón. Lo que más me gusta de Lister es que si no lo controlas va puto loco. Más adelante aprenderá una habilidad que es cargar con el escudo a hierro. Pues a ver si es verdad. A ver si puedo verlo también, porque... Qué divertido. Cómo me gusta. Núcleo número 1. Hemos probado con núcleo 0. No ha ido. Vamos con el núcleo 1. Segundo intento. Oh, Dios mío, cómo me gusta. Cómo me gusta. Oh, Dios. Y a mí me acaba de crashear ya en la partida. ¿Y yo qué coño está pasando hoy, tío? Hay días que no me crashea nada y hoy es... Vamos, un espectáculo. No. Nada. Vamos a cambiar de rumbo, a ver. Hola, buenas. Dale calor ahí. Pachacha, no. La verdad es que es una mierda y no entiendo por qué pasa. En mi portátil no crasheaba nunca. Yo es que creo que voy a tener que jugar en el portátil, porque no sé. Pachacha, huye. Vamos, vamos. A por ese. Patar los cojones. Pero usa cataplasma, rata. No pasa nada, ya está todo averiguado. A ver, el cofre, el cofre, el cofre. Leliana, haz tu trabajo. Bien. Un poquito de F5 guardando. Ahí está. Pues seguimos. Vamos, pachacha. Por aquí, por el agua no puedo ir ya, ¿no? No. Se ve que esto es como el GTA y no se saben duchar y eso. O sí, o sí. Bueno, vamos ya al lío. Momento craseo. Disculpen. Hostia. Leliana. Dios, que se ha quedado pajarita. Uy. Párate. ¿Esto dónde va? Yo no quiero lío, ¿eh? Esto... Un poquito de guardado, siempre viene bien. ¿Que lea arriba? ¿Qué es? ¿Qué me estás contando? ¿El regalo, dice? El regalo ya lo leía. ¡Ah! ¡Hostia! El overlay. Perdón. Un segundo. Un segundo. Eso lo arreglo yo. Isofacto. Isofacto. Ya está. Reunir tu grupo y aventurarte, claro. ¡Oh! Cinemática que funciona. Vamos. Ojo. Que tiene pesadillas pachacha. Está dando un pachacho sueño. Una pesadilla, ¿eh?
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a...
El archidemonio es un dragón, ¿no? Se viene mi zona favorita del juego. Ojo. Uy.
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow,
¡El campamento!
I heard you thrashing around. I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
¿Alguna otra
Other than
sorpresa?
dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no, I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Levantamos el campamento. Hostia, si está ahí, estén. ¿Y el señor Sandalia? Vamos a hablar... Con este ya he hablado. Vamos a hablar con Liana. ¿Qué pacha? Creo que debería irte a tomar por culo. Un poquito de guardado. Siempre viene bien.
Yes.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?
Sitting, as you observed. It's what you asked. I did. Parshera. Was there anything else?
Tu
I am
tío,
hardly
¿qué pasa?
surprised.
Yo, aquí es donde va a conocer la historia de los compis, donde más cuenta cuando le da regalo y donde más sube la amistad. Habla mucho con ella. Vale. No me sorprende, en realidad no importa.
To answer a question. The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here. The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Kunari. Kunari have no kings. Why do you? Do you think the Kunari live on some other world, then? Yes. I cannot go home. It doesn't matter now. We move on. We keep the Darkspawn waiting. As you wish.
Hasta luego, pardillo.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Felic. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our
Ojo.
presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy.
Tenemos descuento, señores. Braga de cuero, 3 euros. Yo te vendo aquí cositas chulas. Creo. Navajilla de Toledo, 4 euros. Tengo 3 regalos. Uno para cada uno, creo. Eso es. No, ¿qué pasa? Lee bien los regalos. Vamos, brazalete de plata. Un pesado brazalete de plata grabado con runas enanas. Puedes vender los regalos a un mercader o entregárselo a determinados miembros del grupo para modificar su valor de aprobación. Esto será para enanos. Una estatuilla que representa a una mujer con túnica. Esto es para Liliana, sí o sí. Y esto será un collar hecho de dientes y huesos blanqueados por el sol. Esto me huele a que va a ser de Morrigan, pero bueno. Como dice Auri, vamos a leer. Vamos a hablar con los compañeros y a ver qué nos dicen. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más hay aquí? Oh, esto es pura mierda. El collar es para el perro y no lo tiene, así que free. ¿Qué dices? Pues se lo doy al yo qué sé. Al Sten ese, que es un parguelita. Esto supongo que será. Ahí está, el peso. Esto lo voy a dejar. Vale, vamos a ver.
Hello.
Hola.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually. He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor. Though naturally, it's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform. But my enchantment. And there
Y yo,
you have
el
it.
niño creo que es un poco. Un poco borderline.
Enchantment.
Sí, confirmamos. No tengo objeto. Vale, pues nada. Pues hasta luego. Pero bueno, Morrigan, ¿qué hace usted aquí sola?
What do you wish of me?
¿Qué coño quiere?
If you must. I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the form when a child is alone and separate from his tribe. That is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing. Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to... In time, this allows... I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the... Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magic. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed. There were nights when the wild... You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary. They do not shy away from me. To their senses, as to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask. No, 'tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic out. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such
Los
practitioners
cachalotes
if
de
they
la
could.
capilla.
But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Mami.
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a danger. There are those who look on the word apostate as meaning freedom.
Ojo.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch? A most practical opinion. Far more so than... But enough of such talk. Let us proceed.
Morrigan está de acuerdo. Morrigan te ha dado like.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. I am here because Flemeth commanded... Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer. If I wanted to leave, then I would go. I remain...
¿Morrigan no está de acuerdo? ¿What?
What do you wish?
Pero sí.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. I am here because... Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer. Then I assume our discussion ends...
¿Y yo? Tu puta madre. ¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Por qué se enfada, tío? Morrigan es el modo difícil de tener amistad con los compis. Yo es que le digo, o sea... Vamos a hablar con el parguelita este. ¿Qué pacha?
Ask away. Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let
Representa más Lulu contigo.
they're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells. Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means, and since the Chantry controls the lyrium
Aquí
trade
es
with
donde
the dwarves,
puedes ver lo falso que es Alistair.
Qué cabrón, Carmona.
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more... The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away, either, so they can spread their secret. What do you need?
¿Qué pacha? ¡Hostia! No.
What do you need? Ask away. Such as they are. That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And if we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the free marches.
Pero fóllatelo, dice.
Again, however,
¿Qué dice Auri, por Dios?
I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Vale.
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of... So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go. I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim... We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
Que somos los putos amos, vaya.
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens. But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere. Just left? I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed... Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way.
Okay.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need? Ask away. Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact. Well, it wasn't until I was 8 that I discovered you didn't have to lick yourself clean. Old habits die hard, you know. And my table manners too. Though, come to think of it, they weren't all that different from the... Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on the cold, hard ground, isn't it? Are you having strange dreams?
Sí, en todos salgo estrangulándote. ¿Qué cojones es esto? ¿Qué dices? ¿Solo unos en los que salimos haciendo el amor a los salvajes en mi tienda? ¿What? Ping. Yo, creo que me he perdido con... Ah, ya está.
Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arleman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough. Arleman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the... Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle
El
wasn't a
odio.
home to me by that point. She despised me. Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually... and raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle. Anyway, that's really all that...
Alistair está de acuerdo, por supuesto.
Yes? Well, here I am. Quiet. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that still... But it was not perfect. Some of my chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose. When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself, they want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special. He cannot possibly have love for all. The sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools. Maybe I am wrong, but it is the Maker's place to decide if I am. But there is work to be done, and I have talked...
¿Está?
Yes? I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a... I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in. When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens as everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But it was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness,
Qué bonito.
there is hope and beauty.
Incluso en medio de la oscuridad hay esperanza y belleza, ten fe. ¿Tú oías poses?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Black devours everything? That is why you're a Grey Warden.
La Liliana está de acuerdo.
Yes? Well, here I am. What is meant by someone like me? Did you think I was always a cloister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
La afirmación.
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Let's move on.
Ok. Pues nada. Vamos a guardar. Y... vamos al mapa del mundo ya.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Vamos a ver. Estamos en el campamento. Los sitios que están marcados supongo que son las misiones. O los sitios donde podemos ir. No, las misiones. Denerin, la ciudad más grande de Ferden y también su principal puerto y la sede del Palacio Real. O sea, esto es la capital del reino. Alrededor del bosque de Brasilia, el linde del bosque de Brasilia, cuyos peligros ilustran en abundancia las leyendas locales. Pueblo de Risco Rojo, un pueblo de pescadores a la orilla del lago Calenhat. Muelle del lago Calenhat. Emplazado a la sombra del antiguo camino imperial, estos muelles son ahora el único medio de llegar a la torre. Torre del Círculo, Castillo de Risco Rojo. Montaña de la Espalda Helada, una cordillera de imponentes picachos. ¡Picacho! Que se extiende por todo Ferelden occidental, formando una frontera natural con Orlais. Pues vamos a ir a Pueblo de Risco Rojo, que está más cerca, diría yo. Creo. En verdad es que no sé dónde está mi campamento. A Ostagar y eso ya no se puede volver, ¿no? Por lo menos está bloqueado para más adelante. Bueno. A Pueblo de Risco Rojo. ¡Vamos allá! ¡Eh! ¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Una batallita? Pero bueno, fólago. Vamos, vamos. Tío, cuando quiera ataca, Yo que se va. Esto ya está hecho. Buena. Buena equipo, vamos. Dice Iruba 24. El campamento es abstracto. Tu ubicación es el último sitio donde estaba. Ok.
Of course.
Champiñones. Vamos a hacernos una comidita buena. Vale. Vamos a mapa del mundo otra vez. What? Un poquito de guardado. Ya hemos llegado.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier. I told you before how Al-Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek.
Ojo.
Kaelin, my half-brother, I suppose.
Ojo.
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry. Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might... At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it. Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that and that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al-Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh, no. So there you have it. Now, can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Como ordenes, mi príncipe. ¿Qué dice Auri por aquí? Alistair bastardo, John Nieve pero bien. En realidad cualquier bastardo que no sea John Nieve es John Nieve pero bien. Mi gallina Pepona te manda saludos de parte de sus huevos. La gallina Pepona en realidad no piensa eso, ¿verdad?
No, I suppose not. I don't feel...
Venga, hasta luego.
Mándalo a la mierda. Es un subnormal.
Ahí Mr. Smoking diciendo mándalo a la mierda, es un subnormal.
Yes?
Personaje favorito de Mr. Smoking, Alistair sin duda.
Redcliffe? I know little of it except that it is the domain of the Earl of Redcliffe. Is the clay here red? There are places in this world where the clay is a bright, strange red, and often, in the legends of such places, the blood of 1,000 men slaughtered in battle, or that of an
Fóllatelo.
innocent,
Cojones
unjustly
ya.
slain, stains the land that it may never be forgotten.
Me cago en la puta.
has one such tale, but I do not know it.
What do you wish of me? If you must. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more. They came with as much swagger and arrogance as they did self-righteousness. Pity them if you wish, for they held none for us. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably... And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom. 'Twas a game, and I a young girl. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply... I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum. You do not know? The zealots use that word for any magic they do not The chantry sees any mages not leashed to the circle of magi as apostates. And apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages. It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit. Responsibility to whom, exactly? I will point out that we... Granted, eventually we might become dread abominations and endanger others. Enough of this talk. Let us return.
Otra vez, tío. ¿Qué le pasa a la muchacha esta? Y yo...
What do you wish of me?
Si compré un
If you must.
mono, tío, que le haga feliz.
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I? Any number of cats could inform you of the answer to that question, but have it your way. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness. For the most part, Flemeth... For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be... I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for. Equal parts daring and fool. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened... He pointed and gasped, and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested. Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think, not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching?
¿Para qué tocarse tanto en un simple saludo?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again. Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
¡Ojo! ¡Ojo! Que Morrigan está de acuerdo en algo.
Very well.
Ha llamado tu amigo el Barriguita. Me ha dado un número para ti.
El barriguilla no es
¿Tu hermano lo ha llamado o no?
Se lo ha llamado uno que se llama Biscute, ¿no? No te he dicho que se llama Juan, ¿qué? No, ¿verdad? Sí, el número del hombre de barriguilla. Se ha llamado de Juan. ¿Tú qué le has dicho?
Qué feliz año. Ya te vi. El Barriguita y yo, mejor amigo del hombre.
What do you need?
Hostia. El Barriguita. Pero bueno, Tomás.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us? So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard? He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and
Hostia.
dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified that
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Van Tegan, Arleman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far.
Vamos ahí. Irua 24 va a sorprenderse cada vez que le dé a un compañero sin querer, ¿verdad? Sí. Y sí. Vaya cuadrilla. Para cosas y tú no están, ¿eh?
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Van Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive. This is wonderful news.
¿Cubierto de lefa?
Still
¿Alistair?
alive, yes.
¿Eres tú?
Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things. What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it would. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no... The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault. Some call them the walking dead, decomposing corpses returning to life. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arleman.
Ok, levanta el brasero y ya está.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle. Of course. I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes? Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more. Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Nada, hombre. Morrigan no está de acuerdo y yo, Morrigan, vete a tomar por culo, tío. Madura de una puta vez. Madura de una puta vez. Bueno, vamos a dejar por aquí el juego, que hay que hacer la comida y eso. Así que vamos a guardar aquí. Ahí está. Así que nada, seguiremos más adelante para rescatar al rey enfermo, no sabemos si está vivo o muerto, de la fortaleza de Risco Rojo. Hasta luego.